Hi guys, welcome back to more episodes of The X-Files. However, it is a semi-sad note because we've reached the end. At least we've reached the end of the original series that finished in May of 2002. So, I don't know what to expect. It's obviously not just going to be a case that we're dealing with. It's going to be of the main storyline. I've no idea going in blind whether we're going to get to see Mulder. I hope we do. I expect his names to probably at least be in the credits. I don't know whether he's going to be in it much, but it's got to be surrounding what we have left here. So, with that said, we do have a season 10 and 11, which will be coming further down the line. We will continue with it, but for the time being, what was originally shot as The X-Files ends here with this final two-parter, which is episodes 19 and 20. I've been doing The X-Files. We started it way back in May of 2021. So it's taken 20 months for me to complete this. Even doing 2 a week, it shows you how big a series it actually was. So we'll discuss it at the end. Let's go. This is the finale to season 9. And we'll see where we end up. I'm excited for this because I have no idea what to expect. Right at the off. Really? You kidding me? Yeah, I don't think he's here to be part of that. So, what are we doing? What's it about? What are they up to? I'm sorry, I enjoy Scully. I've even enjoyed Reyes and Doggy, but the X-Files is Mulder. Period. How do you even interrupt that? Would you prefer to play thermonuclear war? I'm not going to show us, eh? I saw normalization. That's all I saw. You know he's a replacement. No.
You're dead.
You are dead.
Go. There's others.
Oh, please slip. Please slip. See ya. Yep, there you go. Ooh. Executed as well, just for good measure. Game over. In lockup.
Where am I?
Wrong answer! What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
Oh God, is this the next day?
About my son.
Me? I want answers!
To what?
You entered a government facility illegally in search of non-existent information. You failed in every respect.
Yes.
Say it!
Who called you?
Kirsch's office.
Who called them?
So
I don't know. I just know the Mulder's being
gonna
held
keep
here
it
at that
black.
What for?
for the murder of a military man.
Dana.
It just acts like it was yesterday.
They're treating me really well in here.
What's happened to you?
What's going on?
Nothing. I'm squared away.
Why are you so calm?
Mulder.
I murdered a man, Dana. I went looking for something that didn't exist, and I made a terrible mistake.
Whatever you were doing, you have the right to a lawyer, to an inquiry and process of law.
I don't think you've heard me.
All right, time's up.
And you're breaking her again.
And they have him believing that he didn't.
Yeah.
Murdering who?
Knowle Rohrer.
Who's
Knowle Rohrer?
dead.
It can't be. I watched Knowle Rohrer die.
He can't die. Knowle Rohrer's a super soldier.
It's not funny to see you putting on that act.
No.
It is funny. What's not funny is what they do to you in here if you don't put on that act.
Right, okay. Relax.
This isn't some routine wrist slapping. You're on trial for your life.
My trial's a foregone conclusion. What they really want is for me to admit my guilt and help them out.
They're going
You
to.
can't produce a body because you can't kill a man who won't die.
Correct.
Skinner can defend me.
I can't represent you.
You know all the facts, the details, the whole government conspiracy. More than that, I trust you.
I know this is impossible, but they're saying they got Knowle Rohrer's body.
But not if he's not human. Okay. Alright, so this is going to be the trial of Fox Mulder, is it?
You wanted a chance to clear up this mess, Mr. Kirsch, and I'm going to give it to you. Give it to the FBI.
By doing?
How? A fair hearing for your agent by his own agency.
Don't believe you.
This man Mulder has made a lot of enemies. He's a crusader.
They always want a closed case.
A lot of people do
Quick and
not
easy.
like the crusade. You and I both know there are forces inside the government now that a man would be foolish to disobey.
So now it's turned into just a plain old simple threat.
Our son.
Yeah. Couldn't protect him.
Gave him up. Our son.
Oh man, this is horrible.
God, where have you been?
Yeah, where have you
Where have you been hiding?
In New Mexico.
Special Agent Callenbrunner. I'll be handling the prosecution. I'm out of the LA field office.
How'd you get this assignment?
I was a federal prosecutor in D.C. before joining the FBI.
I don't want a long drawn out trial here. It just takes most of this finale off us.
Let's bring in the defendant. This proceeding is called to order.
I move to dismiss these proceedings on the grounds it violates the accused's rights to a fair trial. I'm not a lawyer. You're not a judge. This is not a court of law. I'll call a witness, but I would like to do so under protest.
Both the panel's judgments and rulings are sovereign, Mr. Skinner. There is no record.
Excuse me?
Just, you've got to play along.
I was assigned 9 years ago to the X-Files to spy on Agent Mulder, whose methods the FBI distrusted.
I came to
we need to
believe in the existence of
concise this.
extraterrestrial life and
So
in
young
a
there.
conspiracy inside the government to keep their existence a secret. That life came to Earth millions of years ago from a meteor or a rock from Mars.
There we go.
So what you're saying is life, human life.
Started out there.
Agent Scully will prove that a government conspiracy exists to deny the existence of extraterrestrials. But along with the biological building blocks on it, there was something else. An alien virus.
I believe there was a virus which thrived here prehistorically. Man.
That's from the
and
movie.
transformed his physiology
Change him into something else.
into an alien life form himself, until it surfaced once again during our current geologic period.
And the government knows of this.
The government learned of this virus in 1947 in black oil. It has sentience. It can think. It has the ability to communicate. In Roswell, they captured aliens from the spacecraft wreckage.
Is this all leading anywhere?
Yes, shut the fuck up.
The destruction of mankind.
I'll warn you once, Agent Mulder.
Hard to keep these aliens straight without a scorecard. I myself have never seen an alien. Could we call one as a witness?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, what I mean is you have no proof to back up one word you just told us.
You can't do or say anything right, even by telling the truth, because you've no proof of any of it.
Mr. Spinner, I know you didn't hear Mr. Callenbrunner, but he'd like to make a mockery of the X-Files. You worked on the X-Files yourself.
Yes, until 3 years ago.
There's no government conspiracy that I've seen established here.
I agree with Mr. Callenbrunner. I hope this isn't the entire basis of your defense, Mr. Skinner.
Well, it's gonna be. Eat a bag of dicks and listen.
You have a relationship to Agent Mulder, don't you, Mr. Spender?
He's my half-brother. He didn't know both his father and mine were in the alien conspiracy. His father was a reluctant member. Mulder's father lived his life in shame. Not for the conspiracy, but for a terrible decision he made.
Involving Agent Mulder's sister.
The aliens distrusted their human collaborators.
His own 8-year-old daughter.
Mulder witnessed his sister being
That's the
abducted by
deal.
aliens. It haunted him to no end. It's why he pursued the X-Files. She was taken many more times and suffered horrible tests.
I love all the flashbacks we're getting
Mulder
here.
spent years looking for her. Several times thinking that he'd found her. By your own father's hand, essentially.
I went to work for the FBI. I didn't know of my father's crimes. When I stood up to him, he shot me.
You're a witness.
I mean, Skinner's doing his best here. What else can he go with?
Your father must be brought to justice.
I believe my father is dead.
Well, I'm not sure. I still think he's alive, personally.
I can't give it to you.
Make them a deal, Mulder. Guilty on a lesser charge. Maybe they'll go for it and they'll let you walk out of here.
No, he's not going to do
I'd
that.
rather die, Scully.
Yeah, he's not going to do
How
that.
can you say that?
Yeah.
Well, then expose it, Mulder. Take the stand. Whatever it is that you're withholding, take the stand and hit them full force.
I can't.
You say this is greater than us, and maybe it is.
Everything that Councilman told
But
us
this
predicted
is us fighting
had been
this fight,
set in
Mulder,
motion,
not
right?
you. It's you and me. That's what I'm fighting for, Mulder. You and me.
I'm putting the truth on trial.
Seen
What truth?
ghost of his past here.
Whose truth? You think these men will even hear it?
Nope.
They're afraid to hear it.
They're not afraid.
Ignorant.
They have too much power to be afraid. There's a truth even you're afraid to speak now, because you know it's futile.
No. Because I refuse to accept it.
Then you're going to need help.
There's somebody in your yard.
Move this hand. Or is it something else?
Here we are! Federal agent! Hands in the air!
Quick. Oh no, it's him. Okay, alright, let's get that.
Rita Covarrubias,
In your former government title,
Special Representative to the Secretary General of the UN.
how did you use this power?
Basically, to further the interests of a secretive group of men who called themselves the Syndicate, developing an alien virus vaccine before the Russians developed one, by testing innocent civilians all over the world. Test subjects were tracked through DNA identifiers in their smallpox vaccination scars. I saw Russians who cut off their arms to prevent being tracked.
Did you believe in the Syndicate? In their international conspiracy?
No. I was paid for my access. They turned me into a test subject.
Testing what?
They were pretending to work with the aliens, to infect the entire population with an alien virus. The conspirators believed all life in the universe had been infected with the virus, including a race of shape-shifting alien bounty hunters who policed the conspiracy for the aliens. But they were wrong.
Because the conspiracy continues.
Correct.
Just in another form, by other men. The man he's accused of killing is one of these new conspirators, an alien replacement for a human being, what they're calling a super soldier. You can prove this, can't you? You know who these men are, don't you? Ms. Covarrubias?
He's one. He's one right there on the panel.
No killer.
Ms. Covarrubias, I asked you a question. I need an answer.
He's right, they will.
No.
They will. His ass.
Let her go.
What the hell are you doing, Mulder? She's the last best witness that we have.
Doesn't matter.
He knows that. This is how deep the conspiracy goes. This is the whole point.
You tell us your name?
He knows this is a risk to him.
Gibson Andrew Praise.
Do you know this man?
Yes.
Your life was endangered because of your highly unusual brain activity.
Cut to the chase, Mr. Skinner.
Gibson Praise can read people's minds. All humans share, but has no apparent function. Gibson's junk DNA is functional. DNA which is believed to be alien.
And the minds of the judges, too?
Yes. Even his.
Thank you. Charles Whitmore. Gibson knew straight away.
We spent the night talking to him. Gibson knows you're concerned. We're protecting him now.
He shouldn't have done what he did, exposing himself like that.
Take the stand, Mulder. Testify.
No.
And with all that you've seen, how do you feel about this term? Paranormal.
Well, the way I look at it, calling something paranormal is just a way of avoiding a real explanation.
These so-called super soldiers.
Well, that's a whole different deal.
In what way?
Because I've seen it with my own eyes. The best I can figure, there's some kind of secret military project. Ordinary men made invincible.
Objection.
A man that Agent Doggett served with in the Marines. Name is Knowle Rohrer.
Objection. Agent Doggett was not present at the murder, nor has he seen or examined the victim.
If a super soldier is invincible, how could Mulder possibly have killed this man?
Can't.
He couldn't.
You said you were a skeptic.
That's right.
So an alien conspiracy, which Mulder has built his defense on, must be entirely unbelievable to you, too.
None of us are lawyers. This is what they do. What can you say to that?
We came to learn that Scully was one of a number of random women who had miraculous childbirths. And these women all had been abducted as part of a government program to secretly manipulate their biology.
A program conducted by the Navy on a ship, which is where?
The ship housing this program was exploded on a Baltimore dock.
Do you know each one is going to end up
Scully
like
gave birth
this?
to one of these alien babies. How can you be sure of this, Agent Reyes?
I saw her child do things that could be explained no other way. I saw him display amazing powers.
She gave up the miracle child. The proof of everything that she and Mulder claim that they've risked their lives for over the last 9 years.
Don't push it.
You don't care what these people have sacrificed over the last 9 years, what's been lost to their cause. To destroy a man who seeks the truth, or to destroy the truth so no man can seek it. Either way,
All set.
you lose.
Are you ready for this? We may have found Knowle Rohrer.
But they're saying it's him. The man Mulder killed. Who's
Right.
saying it's him?
I got some guy on the phone at Fort Marlene who didn't know that he was supposed to give me the runaround.
This is a
Agent
setup.
Doggett can stay with
This has got to be a setup.
That's what it says here.
Yeah.
How could anyone tell if it wasn't? I need you to get me Knowle Rohrer's medical records. Assistant Director?
Here we go.
I want to move to dismiss again based on new evidence I just received that there is no victim.
Right.
That the body of Knowle Rohrer is not Knowle Rohrer, but that of a man who died of a broken neck and whose body was burned post-mortem.
Motion denied. Remove the defendant from the courtroom. This trial is adjourned.
This trial is a joke. This trial's a joke. Even the prosecution guy is just being used and manipulated here by all of them. They used you too, pal.
If you'd rise.
I want to see Kirsch burn.
Acting fairly
Fuck
and
off.
impartially, this panel finds the defendant
Guilty.
guilty
What a
of
surprise.
first-degree murder
Blah,
under
blah,
aggravated
blah.
circumstances.
I'd like to congratulate you
Well done.
on succeeding where so many before you have failed. To pretend that my victories mattered, only to realize that no one was keeping score. To realize that liars do not fear the truth if there are enough liars. If I am a guilty man, my crime is in daring to believe. Much as you try to bury it, the truth is out there. Greater than your lies, the truth wants to be known. You may believe yourselves rid of your headache now. And maybe you are. But you've only done it by cutting off your own heads.
Agent Doggett.
Go on.
Death by lethal injection.
Kind of expected that.
Master Sergeant Rohrer, go on ahead.
Who's there? Here with Skinner. Get up.
Move it, Mulder.
They're breaking you out.
We're getting you out of here.
Yeah.
Come
It's the only way.
Go!
He's gone.
Where is he?
But I mean, also, what does this do? Leaves Mulder on the run for the rest of his life? I don't know. Well, shit.
You're never gonna make it this way.
What?
Come on.
I'm confused. Why is he helping? This is the military closing ranks and rid of it for once and for all.
Mulder?
You've got to move out.
What's he doing?
What I should have done from the start.
You think?
You want to go north to Canada.
95.
Mulder, Kirsch told us to head north. You just got on a road going south.
That's right.
Where are you going?
To see a man about the truth.
You can't hide me forever.
We We can destroy your files, make it next to impossible to find you.
You don't know these people.
What the hell's going on?
We've tore it down again.
You can't do this.
We
Who
can't.
authorized this?
I'm gonna find out.
I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. I'm trying to get to Kirsch.
This will be at the end of it. Yeah.
Unless they found out that we helped him escape.
And they know about the deputy director's involvement, too.
They would do. It's this son of a bitch.
Deputy director. And he needs to see you.
We're all in danger here.
Yeah, that's what Mulder was
He
telling
knows
you.
about Mulder and Scully, where they're going.
How?
You mean the border?
No, that's not where they went, and they know that. They're gonna find them and kill them.
Mulder and Scully, where'd they go?
Come on. You have to. I mean, where is Mulder headed?
Oh boy. Why don't you just finish draining the little lizard and then we'll talk?
Is he seeing them as well now? Because they're
Very
gone.
worried about you. It's craziness, man. Turn around. Just hang a big Yui and never look back.
I need to know if I can change it.
Change it. Crying out loud. All you're gonna do is get yourself killed.
What are they?
Pueblos. Anasazi Indian. Abandoned 2,000 years ago. Nobody knows why.
Yeah, Mulder, but what are we doing here?
Do these really exist? Because that's real. That looks like real ruins.
My name is Fox Mulder. Do you understand me?
Mulder, what is this?
I was sent a message and a key to the government facility at Mount Weather.
Right.
The Indian said it was from a wise man who lived in the ruins, the keeper of the truth.
This. Oh, maybe not. I was going to say this is CGB Spender. It's got to be.
Agent Mulder.
It is. It is. Okay.
You come to
Yes.
see the wise man, but you look as if you've seen a ghost. You see a dead man, Agent Scully?
No. He's up to what?
You were dead, you chain-smoking son of a bitch.
He's still chain smoking.
You waste your time. I helped you find it.
You didn't help me. You sent me to that government facility knowing exactly what I'd find.
And now you refuse to speak it. You damn me for my secrets.
And you're doing the same thing.
You're afraid to speak the truth.
Yeah, I get it.
You
It's
sitting here
different when you
alone
see
in the dark like
undeniable
a
proof
fossil.
and a date.
It's the final refuge. The last place to hide from those who are insidiously taking power now. They fear this place. Its geology.
Yes.
Magnetite. Indian wise men realized this over 2,000 years ago.
Probably for as long as possible.
They hid here. The original shadow government.
Has he brought you here for this? Don't understand. So it's the magnetite in the rocks here is why he feels he's protected here. I knew full freaking well he wasn't dead. And so did they. Here we fucking go again.
Leaves me to tell you what Mulder's afraid to, Agent Scully.
Come on, let's go.
It's a scary story.
He doesn't want to hear you.
You want to come sit on my lap? 10 centuries ago, the Mayans were so afraid that their calendars stopped on the exact date that my story begins. December 22nd.
2012.
Year 2012. The date of the final alien invasion. Where our own secret government will be hiding when it all comes down.
You want to see him found. And here come the helicopters. Well, luckily enough, we passed 2012 and we're still here. Not sure how much good that's going to be, but we've got the rocks to protect you here.
No.
Maybe you lot should talk to one another to avoid this place. Yes, finally, this will do it. And that's what it does.
Mulder, get out of there!
They're going to blow that place to hell. Oh, and they're actually going to kill Cancer Man here if they blow it. Or they're just going to go for them. Well, the problem is a moving vehicle for a helicopter isn't that difficult to hit. I don't know what they're going to do here. They're landing. Oh, yeah, they are blowing it. Damn. He knows. dead this time. Oh, wow, that was a cool effect. Did they know he was there? But they've not gone after Doggy or Mulder or anyone. That's making fucking sense.
I'm a guilty man. I failed in every respect. I deserve the harshest punishment for my crimes. That I sat in a motel room like this with you when we first met.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to convince you of the truth in every other way.
You feel like you failed?
I failed.
But because you didn't want to accept defeat.
I was afraid that it would crush your spirit.
Mulder, you say that you failed. But you only fail if you give up. And I know you. You can't give up. You've always said that you want to believe. But believe in what, Mulder? If this is the truth that you've been looking for, then what is left to believe in?
The dead are not lost to us. That they speak to us. Greater than any alien force. And if you and I are powerless now, I want to believe.
The music.
Maybe there's hope.
That's what she wrote, folks. Well, there we go, guys. We did it. We reached the end of the original X-Files. Now then. I enjoyed the finale to a degree. I wasn't impressed with the trial thing because Mulder knew, we all knew, it was going to be a charade. It was going to be a complete farce. It was going to be controlled. Decision has already been made, even when Kirsch spoke to that general. He said, all I want is a guilty verdict. I'm not accepting anything else, so why bother with it? But what it did do was take us down a trip down memory lane with everything from season 1. All the little snippets and transitions of explaining the whole conspiracy theory from start to end. Not that you need it if you've watched it all. Because you wouldn't just watch the finale of The X-Files and have never seen any of the rest, would you? I don't understand the helicopter scene at the end. Taking out Cancer Man, but leaving them. Can someone explain that to me? Because I don't get that. So he was still alive for a short time, but he's always known this date, and that's what's kept him alive. And he even stated it himself, it's what's put the heart and fear into every president and every government official that he's been around since 1947, that this date of the 22nd of December 2012 is when this begins, or ends, whichever way you want to see it. The fact we have later X-Files, I don't know whether it's set in when the remake are actually done, which is late 2010s, or whether it's set around what's meant to be happening at that date. We'll find out. I've no idea for the time being, but that's further down the line. For now, we got pretty much all of our original important characters back for this, apart from, like I said, Deep Throat wasn't in it, but I'm not sure if the actor is still alive or not. You can post down in the comments if you did. I haven't had time to look it up because I'm doing this immediately after watching the episode. The trial just went on a little bit too long for me as a finale. Didn't feel big budget finale, let's go out with a bang sort of thing. Just felt like, let's just finish off a story and leave Mulder and Scully to it in a hotel room. Cancer Man's dead, and we know we have a date set. That could have been done in one episode, really. But I still enjoyed it. I've thoroughly, though, enjoyed The X-Files. Right back to season 1, episode 1, that I started some almost 2 years ago. I'd never seen the whole series. I've ever seen very few of it. I've gone through the whole thing. It's been a hell of an experience. There's been some very good standalone episodes and writing, of course, but the backstory and the main continuous conspiratory theme that this series has had kind of reminds me of a newer series which replaced it, called Fringe. Obviously, the way network television has progressed since this series was started in the 90s to where we are when we started Fringe, that's now also all over a decade old, but it changed because the way we watch television changed, and making it no longer just be procedural episode of the week. And even if you do episodes like that, you've still got character development, you've still got main backstory continuing. You can even just throw a snippet of it in here and there in what appears to be standalone episodes. So it keeps the viewer interested, it keeps them not wanting to miss an episode, even if it's not something that they're totally keen on, in case there's something that you miss. And then later down the line, you figure out, well, I never heard that, I never saw that. And then you realise you've skipped something, you've missed something. So there were a handful of episodes that I felt were below average, a bit subpar, but I stuck with it. I didn't skip a single episode, as I know some people would. I've seen a lot of comments on people saying, oh, this is one of those one-time episode watches that people don't rewatch again, and some would skip. But we did the whole lot, all 9 seasons. And thank you to you, the viewer, and all of you on YouTube and Patreon and subscribers, all of you, for sticking with me through this series. It's been absolutely fabulous. Please post all your comments down below. If you haven't already subscribed and you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget there's still more to come. All episodes are available on all platforms, or either in edited versions or full-length versions on Patreon. You can check the link in the description as always. And I will see you for episode 1 of season 10 next. Till then, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this trip down memory lane. And if there's anyone who is sci-fi minded and is curious that has never watched the X-Files, any of your friends, your family, tell them to go watch it. It's an experience. It has to be done. And you're missing out on probably one of the greatest sci-fi shows that's ever been written. I'm not saying it's the best. Obviously, it looks a little dated now, but it's the same with like gamers. What makes a good game is a storyline, and you being completely submerged and into that world. It's not about the graphics. The graphics don't matter. So when it comes to like CGI in this and everything, especially in the earlier seasons, yes, it does look a little bit dated, but the story doesn't date. The whole series as a whole is still completely relevant. So, and the fact that I saw Fringe before I saw the X-Files, I probably should have done it the other way around, because really the Fringe is like a successor to this. It's even mentioned at the beginning of it as the old X designation. We've had some interesting characters throughout this. I've absolutely hated to love Cancerman. He is, 2 people steal the screen, 3. Mulder is at the top, then there's Scully, but the third person has to be Cancerman. There is even a song out there, I'm sure you know it, especially if you're as old as I am. Watching TV with the lights off, watching the X-Files with the lights off, I hope Cancerman's in this one. That's a quote from a song, I can't remember the name of the damn song, but that was the whole point. The minute you saw his name in the titles, or even the long gunman in the titles, you knew you were going to be in for a good episode. It wasn't going to be an average one or a subpar one. You knew as soon as you saw those names that it was going to be part of the storyline. You were already intrigued. I was disappointed they kind of killed the long gunman off, but it was coming towards the end of the series anyway. I know a lot of people weren't very happy about that. But as a whole, start to finish, thoroughly enjoyable. Anyway, I'm waffling.